So I put on heavy makeup because 3 hours from now, I'm going to look a whole lot different, people. Oh my God, yes. And I found this greenish, gray, black fingernail polish. And I think it goes good with, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can show it. This green, it's a trapeze top. What that means is that you can wear leggings underneath. Now, I know it's probably not appropriate to wear leggings at a wedding, but I'm not always appropriate. Plus, it's my favorite niece. I mean, she ain't gonna say nothing to me. Because let me show you. I always show you, see if I can get it back here. I'm in really slow traffic here. I show you the presents that I wrapped. This is how I wrap presents, okay? There you go. I mean, I take a lot of time and effort. I think wrapping is part of the gift, definitely. So I brought flats because I am wearing heels for the first time since August the 3rd when I had my hip replacement. So what is it, August, September, October? It's been 2 months and a half, I'm thinking. Two and a half months. So I hope this guy behind me does not run into me. Okay. I found this incredible deal, 10 of these for $10. You can't even buy this orange juice probably for less than $1.89. So that was a pretty good deal, I think, don't you? Let me put back on my glasses. The sun's, I mean, last night I think the temperature got down to 66. But this is the time of the year. During the day you put on the AC, at night you put on the heat. It's that time. I already got my humidifiers going. I also, oh my God, there's an eagle's nest. I also got a heater in my shower because this is why I detest getting naked. I get cold. So I already put my heater in my bathroom because if it's the slightest bit chill in the air, I will have to turn on that electric heater. Just about 10 minutes, just enough to take the chill off. So I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but I told y'all last week when I was doing the Allure favorites or the winners that the Essie, the quick dry, has changed my life because look how beautiful my nails are. I mean, really. And it's from that also, it's a very big protective coating, and it gets hard. It's hard. It's like a ceramic finish, and it doesn't, like with other top coats, if I just touch something, you know, in a couple minutes, I have to do the whole manicure over again. With this Essie Speed Set, I think it's called, it is dry almost immediately. And I do like go like this, and then within 2 minutes, it's dry. So I am amazed at that. Plus, I've been taking a lot of biotin. I think it's 2,000 or 3,000. Okay, I also need to take, what is it, collagen and keratin. They sell that at most drugstores. I don't know if any of the vitamins has all three in them. That's something I should look into. So the leaves are turning. Oh my God, they're all turning. I'm so excited. This is my best time of the year. Yes, it is beautiful. Now, I used to live in Wintergreen, which is near Charlottesville. It's a ski resort. And whenever me and my ex would get tired of each other or if I just needed alone time, I would go there with my little wiener dog, Elvis Presley. I loved the peacefulness, the serenity. The mountain is so beautiful. One of my best memories of my wiener dog was taking him for like maybe it's a 2-mile walk, but I did not realize that he was getting up really in age, but I did not know that he had Cushing's. And then, or maybe it was Addison's. Well, one causes the other. He was put on experimental medicine from England. Well, that medicine is what caused him to go into seizures, and we had to put him down, and it was one of the saddest days of my life. So, yeah, he he would talk to me, and I understood him because he slept with me for 16 years every night. I kept wondering why my ex and I are not having relations as much. It's because I finally figured out, because my Elvis was in bed with me, you know. But he loved that dog, and he gave it to me as a Christmas present. And I would love to have another dog, but the rest, I've raised 9 of them. I also raised a Lhasa Apso. But my childhood dog was a collie, and I love collies. But my parents was not always the best at animals, because they're old school, you know. Back in the day, if the animals got sick, you know, the dad of the house would just shoot it, you know, or you never took animals to the vet, because back in the 20s and 30s during the Depression, you did not have the money to go to a veterinarian, right? And back in those times, they didn't bring the dogs in. My father never wanted a cat in the house because that's the way he was raised. You don't bring animals in the house. So my daddy softened his heart as time went on. He did. His heart got really soft because he was raising 4 daughters and a son. Yeah, my brother, the poor thing, was always surrounded by women, right? And I think that's why his marriage has been successful, because he was raised around all of his sisters, so he understands the mood swings, blah 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 blah, and it made him very sensitive. All right, this is a good conversation, you know what I mean? All right, let's see, I've got a red light here. So I think that's why it's important to have a girl and a boy, a sibling. You know what I mean? Now, I always thought that he was the chosen one, but then after talking to him recently, we went on a trip to Saratoga, New York. He felt just the opposite, and that's a different take on family issues. You know, once you're an adult and you want to talk to one of your siblings about what went on in the house or what didn't go on, it's very good to get a perspective from the adult. You know what I'm saying? Because you might get very, very surprised. Yeah. And I did look at a lot of photos of him for holidays and stuff, and he never was smiling. He never was smiling. It really just shook me. Because I always thought he got his way, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, yeah, it's good to talk to your grown-up siblings to see what they remember, okay? But yeah, now, my son, I raised him to have feminine qualities. Now, before you judge me on this, hear me out. I would have long talks with him about being respectful to women, about, you know, you don't do certain things, you're always a gentleman, you take care of the woman in your life, whatever. And I remember when he was married to the mother of my grandchildren, he did most of the chores. He did the dishes and the cooking, because his wife was going for her master's or whatever, so she was always, you know, in front of the computer, because she knew education was extremely important. So yeah, and I taught him how to wash clothes. I did. And believe me, you don't want to mess with his clothes with the wash machine. He actually never put any of his shirts in the dryer. He would hang them a certain way on the rod so that they would not, you know, he would hang them immediately out of the wash machine. He took very good care of his clothes. Yeah, he's the type that would have one pair of work pants, and he would do this laundry every night. You know, he's a ceramic tile setter. So yeah, I remember my mother doing my daddy's laundry, and back then my daddy always wore like blue Dickies or something like that, and it always had Mastic. That's when Mastic was really prevalent, you know. That's because in the old days he would mix up his own thin set, but now you can buy it in a bag. But then he, you know, there's a time where people was always into mastic. So all his blue pants always had these white swipes of mastic on them. Mastic is a little bit like a glue. Yeah, because everybody in my family does ceramic tile. Yeah. And if they didn't, they're still involved in that career in one aspect or another. Yeah.